Hi guys. So today we are going to discuss about how technical support and what is technical support and how you can go for a technical support role in Salesforce. So basically the thing is currently Salesforce is hiring technical support engineers in a very high demand, and what kind of interview processes and what kind of role and how the role different from consultant and all. So I'm going to cover all the things over here, including also like salary expectations with this role and also some of the pro and cons with this role. Okay, so let's start with this video. So first is who are technical support engineers. So if you are a developer or if you are a consultant, so basically if you are lie between experience of 1.5 years to 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, so technical support is kind of a role which basically supports the people or supports our customers. So in Salesforce, we we represent Salesforce, you can say. As a technical support engineers, you need to help other people or the customers if they are facing any kind of issue. Let's take an example that if a person is not able to create any kind of record and facing any kind of error whenever they saves or insert that record. So what they will try to debug by themselves first, but if they are not able to debug them by themselves, what they do, they will create a case with Salesforce and ask Salesforce to help them to troubleshoot that issue. Maybe that's issue related to their customization, or maybe it's a issue of internal Salesforce bug. So we help them and finding the best solution for them so that their business processes will not stop. And it's kind of a very, what you can say, very deep, and you have to learn everything over here. Like if let's take an example, if you're supporting admin or you're supporting LWC, then you need to know all and everything about LWC. So if a customer is facing any kind of issue in accessing any kind of thing or kind of running any kind of function and they directly approaching Salesforce, then you have to have knowledge so that you can uh, guide them properly. So first you need to learn, and the best thing about technical support engineering role that you going to meet the people who build LLC. So what you can do, you can directly ask questions with them if you have any kind of questions, and they have their own study material, own part of what you can say, our own learning materials, a whole learning catalog for you, where you can check and you can deep dive on LWC. LWC is just an example that you can take and relate with every single technology, like with industries, with Service Cloud, Voice, Service, Sales Cloud, and any of the functionality that you know about Salesforce. So this is basically the technical support engineering role, and it's majorly works directly with the TMP or the research team at the Salesforce. So best thing about this role is just only that I personally feels that you got a chance to directly meet those people who build these kind of functionalities that works on a very huge level and how these things works. So you got a direct chance to meet these people like there are MTS, PMTS, SMTS Salesforce, uh, which you can directly interact and ask them direct questions that of how this functionality works. And if you have any kind of, you can also, there is one more thing, the technical support engineers is the one who can report bugs also. Like if a customer comes to you that this functionality is working, need to work like this, but it's not working expected. So what you do, you first try and to check that customer implementation is proper or not. And let's say implementation is proper and you check in your personal org also, you are facing the same issue. Then what you will do, you will directly go to them, like the resource team, and directly tell them that the issue is facing by customer and by, as well as by yourself. So that means that issue is reproducible and issue is constant. And the thing is, if issue is very critical, then TMP team take it on priority and solve this bug as soon as possible. Okay. So let's come to the main thing, the interview process that you all are waiting for it. So interview process is basically like comes with the Salesforce. So if you're a developer or any consultant, so what the interview process goes like, first they ask you the basic questions of admin. Actually, I prepared with Apex first because Apex is kind of a good part of the interview. So let's take an example of admin, that you are an admin guy. So if you are an administrator, They will ask you basic admin questions related to lookup, master details, record, hierarchies, the permissions, the security, the flows, the automation that you can build, or the automation tools that Salesforce have. These all things they will going to cover. All the things, basically. They will go from start to end, and depend upon your knowledge of any specific thing, they will deep dive on that also. And they will also go with Apex. Like in Apex, they will ask you asynchronous Apex, synchronous Apex. And also, if you are interviewed, mostly in cases, interviewer ask you to write a trigger. They will give you a scenario, and you have to write a trigger on live interview. This is called the technical round, which is the first round of your interview process. First, you go with the technical round, asking all the questions related to Apex, LWC. Like maybe it's possible that you worked on Aura. You can say that you worked on Aura, so you can mention over there. They will ask the same over there in the interview. They will ask you the best practices, like what best practices to follow when while creating an Apex class, while creating objects, while creating permission sets, while creating securities, and how to optimize and how to just to make our code good, our Salesforce or good, or our processes good. And same with integrations. Like an integration, let's say you integrated Salesforce system with any other third party or external systems. So how you are going to do that? Are you, let's say it's a by sync process, it's a single sync process. So how you can sync that data and how you need to call the APIs and how the things works in Salesforce. Basically, they want to know that. Like if you want to call an API, what procedures that you follow? Like first you go with remote site settings, and then you try to check that what the authentication of third party. Like it's authentication 1.0, 2.0, basic authentication, open authentication, any kind of authentication that the third party can have. Okay, so based on that, you can go with the integration. They will ask you, if you are good in integration, they will ask you good about it. If you're not, just directly say that you are not comfortable with integration and you just know the basic knowledge of it. And let's say if you have a cloud specific knowledge, like say you have health cloud, manufacturing cloud kind of knowledge. So what you can do, you can say that, because the first thing is, to work on industry cloud, you must have the admin knowledge, right? Like admin basic knowledge, like the objects level, security level knowledge. So after that, you can move to cloud specific knowledge, like health cloud and all. So if you have these kind of knowledge, they will also, they all, like the interview will ask you the basic questions of admin. Most probably, the interviewer asks you Apex, LWC, admin, and all, because it's a similar pattern. And after you join Salesforce, they will guide you or train you about about training, and like they will train you as per the demand. Let's say they have demand in industry cloud. So what they will do, they will guide you and teach you how industry cloud works and how the industry cloud cases works. So that's the first round, which is a technical round, moreover. And when you pass the technical round, after half an hour, HR will call you that you cleared that round, and based on that, your managerial round perform. In managerial round, manager majorly focus on technical supports role. Like they want to know that why you are good for support role. Because in support role, majorly what happens is we need to interact with customers, we need to interact with people. So is your communication is good, or are you good with troubleshooting? Majorly they want to know that if you are good with troubleshooting, because in when we want to troubleshoot, we need to know every single thing of that specific functionality. So if you are good with troubleshoot, if you know, and if you love troubleshooting that part, so you are good with technical support engineering role. And they also want to know like why, the main thing is why, that why do you want to join. So there are some people who are working with customer facing role or want to join the customer facing role. So the technical support engineering role is the best role in the starting of of your journey and the same. And most probably they will hire experienced people. So be prepared. If you are experienced, then they will join you as technical support engineer. If you are not experienced, maybe they will, when they hire for associated technical support engineer, you can join that time. Okay. So as per the salary expectation, you can go with around 15 to 18 LPA, and it's kind of a good and decent salary, as per the role. And yeah, it's very, according to me, it's an amazing salary for a Salesforce developer or a Salesforce admin who is working in Salesforce. So these all are perks. I think from starting only I have worked on the perks. But if I go with the cons, that like starting from my work on pros, now we go for cons. So cons are basically like shift. So in support, you can so there are multiple kind of support. It can be a IST shift, it can be EMEA shift, it can be EMER shift, it can be PST shift. Um, there actually the things are divided into multiple shift, so that we, as in Salesforce, we can support anytime to our customers. So what we have built, if I specific tell about or the Salesforce. So there are multiple shift, and they will assign you any specific shift. Like say you are in MR shift, like with the America shift or the US shift. So you are going to join around 5:30, around 8:30, or maybe it's possible that you got a IST shift, Indian Standard Time shift. So you got that time, and you will join at the same as your, maybe you are working from India, so you are joining from 9:30 to 5:30, right? So that time the same, maybe you can get that. But in most probably cases, they are giving ML shifting, ML shifters to people to work. But yeah, the thing is, it's a very interesting job, and you got to learn a lot. And the second thing is work from office. So thing is, maybe they prefer you to give you a hybrid kind of role, but yeah, it must be, or it's going to be your work from office role. Maybe they will give you like 1 month of initially what happens is there is an onboarding process which takes around 1 month to a half a month. So they will give you work from home at that time. But yeah, after your training start, your manager will contact you and give you this information that they are going to use, go with work from office role only, or a hybrid role from 2 days a month, 2 days a week actually, not the month. And there is also one con that I personally feel is that Salesforce, if you also get selected in Salesforce, HR contacted you that you are shortlisted, all the things going good. But there is a thing in policy that Salesforce will only give you the offer letter for next 1 month. So in major organizations, there are 3 months of notice period. But yeah, if you have a, like, you can ask your personal company or your company that uh, if they can release you early, or ask Salesforce to enhance just for 15 days so that you can manage by yourself. So these are the things that you can do to just to make this third con a pro for you, that you can join properly Salesforce. So yeah, these all three are cons, but all the things in Salesforce, like the food, the all the perks that they have, the work time, work life balance, the accessories, or the everything that they give you is the best in the industry. And also the environment is very amazing over here. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys. If you have any kind of questions or want me to create a specific syllabus for you guys for technical support or development role, so I'm open for that. And if you want, you can comment, and I will definitely create for you. And if you have any other demand to create any kind of video on any specific topic, yeah, you can ping. I will definitely go with that. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.